Bitcoin futures. Bitcoin futures traded right up at the highs of this little range that I've marked many weeks ago now, just so you can see it comes from where the market found support previously. I've just drawn it across. The market spent some time in consolidation mode, attempting to avoid further breakdown and build up some strength for an attempt to push higher. There was some vulnerable trading at the lows of the range down here, but the market has found sufficient strength to push itself up, and now it's trading right at the highs of the range here, looking like it would like to push higher. I anticipate there will be some supply drawn out from the left here and also up here. So this market, when it's traded down here in this range, has probably removed some of the supply that may be above, but there will still be some there. So if the market does attempt to push higher, it'll probably have to absorb that supply over some sort of period, depending on how much there is, before it can continue higher. And that's market mechanics at work there. The market looks well placed to make an attempt to push higher, and then we'll see just how much supply does sit to the left here. Initially from this breakdown here, this gap lower where the circle is, and then if there really is strength, a push up to this range here where the market attempted to consolidate previously and failed, which would have trapped holders in here, short-term holders who will be waiting for price to come back to their level so they can get out at break even after being underwater for a considerable period of time. If supply is overwhelming up here, where the market gapped down, you may see price come back a little more deeply to challenge the sellers that have emerged prior to any attempt to push higher again. That's just how the market will work, depending on how much supply is drawn out. If supply is light, it'll push up. It'll trade like I've marked here, with a shallow pullback and a little bit of gyration to absorb the supply. And if it's light, it'll attempt to go higher again. If supply is strong and even overwhelming, it'll pull back more deeply and then perhaps trade sideways for a bit before it attempts to move higher again. This will be an attempt to remove that supply. It's certainly looking a lot stronger than it has done for quite some time.